Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. And today I'm coming to you just as a homeschool mom preparing for the new school year. So every summer I try to take some time to refresh, think, plan for the next school year. But most importantly, my number one thing that I try to do is just pray over the new school year. So if you are a Christian parent, I would encourage you as we think ahead to the new school year to start praying now and just put all of your thoughts and concerns about the next school year in the hands of our Savior, because He is more than capable of quenching any fears that we have and helping us to teach our children. So in this video, I think this is going to probably be like episode 1 because I think I'm going to have to do a series and I'm going to take you along as I prepare for the new school year. And all I've really done so far is, like I said, I've been praying. I actually also have been reading a few books that are just kind of helping me to prepare my mind and my heart for how I'm going to plan the new school year. So I've been doing that. And if you are interested in recommendations for books that I have enjoyed reading as a homeschool mom, leave your comments below and I will try to do another quick video with those recommendations. But for today, I think I want to just share with you what I've kind of done so far and what my thoughts are. So far, all I've done is I revamped my homeschool planner. I do this every year because every single year I find that it just changes. Just my kids get older and I just change the way I do things. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing this homeschool thing, you understand, right? We change. Just every year is fresh and new, and we have new ideas and new thoughts. We reflect on what happened last year and we try to plan new things for the new year, right? So as I've been reflecting, I've been thinking about easier ways to get all of my plans on paper, and so I've kind of revamped my homeschool planner. So I was going to share that in this video because I have actually gotten some of that done. Now it is just about the end of June here when I'm filming this, so I still have all of July and most of August to get my plans together. Usually we don't start the new school year until September. I know that sounds crazy to people who don't homeschool because here in the United States, we start school so early. We start, well, at least the schools around here, they start like second week of August, which is just crazy to me. Because back when I was going to school, we didn't start school till September. And so that's kind of what I do with my kids homeschooling. Sometimes I do start in August, but I don't know if I'll do that this year or not. I haven't decided. If I don't, I'll start like very first week of September, right after Labor Day. So there's that. But I'm trying to wrap my mind around everything because I'm going to be teaching, of my 8 children, I'm going to be teaching 6 of them this year. So my oldest son is going away to college. I cannot believe it. I can't believe A, I'm that old, and B, I just can't believe it. So he will be at college this year, and I'm super excited for him and this new adventure and just this new journey. As you know, my husband and I kind of enter a new season. Even though we do have children in like every age, we're still entering a new season with a son off at college. So that's something to be looking forward to. And then my second oldest son, he will be a junior in high school this year, and he goes to a local Christian school. But then I homeschool all the rest of my children. And so and I have one child who has autism who goes to therapy, so he's not with us the entire day, so I don't really have to plan a ton for him, but I do some homeschooling with him. But he gets what he needs there at therapy. And then, but the rest of the children are here all day and I am homeschooling. So I need to prepare for them and plan what I'm going to do. And I also am kind of excited because I think this year I'm going to try to share a little bit more about what I do with my older children. So I have one that's going into 6th grade and one that's going into 5th grade this year. And I haven't really shared with you what we do as far as homeschooling them, because I'm always sharing with you my curriculum and my resources and the things that I use with my younger children, which I love to do. And many of you have purchased my curriculum, and so you've used it, and we kind of share back and forth with how we're using it. But I know there are many of you who do have, you know, middle school or older elementary school children who would love if I would share what I'm doing with them. So I plan on hopefully sharing more of what we're doing throughout the school year with my older ones, as well as continuing to share what I'm doing with the younger children as well. So this year I will have a 6th grader, a 5th grader, 2 1st graders, and my son with autism would technically be a 2nd grader this year, but he's not their 2nd grade level at all. So he's going to be doing like kindergarten, kindergarten first. So I actually technically have 3 1st graders, although I consider him kindergarten first. And then I have a son who's about to turn 4, who I am going to do K4 with. So it'll be kindergarten because he's ready for it. Even though he's just turning 4, I think he's ready. So those are kind of the ages that I'm going to have. And the reason I have 2 1st graders is because, well, my 5-year-old who would be kindergarten this year already did kindergarten last year, and he's like way past that. So he'll be doing 1st grade, and then I have a son with Down syndrome who will also be doing 1st grade. So I hope that all makes sense. So I have 2 special needs children out of my 8 children. And so that kind of changes the dynamic of grade levels. But the nice part is that I can kind of do them together and do a lot of things with their brothers, and they can learn from one another because they kind of, even though their brothers are younger, they're still kind of on the same level as their younger brothers. So it works out. All right, all that said, I think we're going to get into this planner, and I'm going to show you kind of what I did. So let's get into this. All right there, friends. Here is my homeschool planner. And before I get into what I've been working on, I forgot to tell you that in subsequent videos, I think I'm going to take you along as I clean out my cabinets, because every single school year I go through our homeschool room. I clean out the cabinets, I reorganize, I decide what I need, what I don't need. I put things in storage, I take things out of storage. So I think if you are interested in that, I will take you along with me, because I haven't started any of that yet. But I plan to start that within the next few weeks. And so if you would like to see that, leave a comment down below. I'm really trying to engage you guys more in what you want to see. So if you could comment, that would really, really help me out. And then I will get back to you about it. So yeah, comment below if you want to see that. I also plan on sharing curriculum and all sorts of things that I'm planning as I go along. So I hope you'll stay with me and watch future videos. All right, so I still have the same cover as last year. This is a Happy Planner. It's the big, larger size Happy Planner, and I took the cover off and I just grabbed new discs for this planner, and I took all the meat and potatoes that was inside out, okay? So even though it's the same cover as last year, everything else in here is different. And that's a nice thing about Happy Planners. You can take them on and off. So you can kind of just pull them on and off like that. So anyways, so I'm just going to reuse it. And I decided I'm making it my own this year and making it to suit my needs, exactly how I need it. So this might not be exactly how you would set up your planner, but it might give you ideas on how you might want to customize your own homeschool planner. Okay, so here's the cover, and then in here I just have these little, I don't know, dividers, whatever you want. And I've just been writing notes to myself. So these are just note pages that I have, okay? And I have like warm-up lists, hints and visuals that I want to remember to use and things like that. So this is all just like note paper in the front where I can make notes. Okay, then I have the dividers, and this year I actually purchased a label maker a couple months back, and I'm loving it because I'm just labeling everything. And if you see here, I labeled all of my dividers by month because this planner, the dividers originally came with my other planner and I was using them, and I had different months on here. And so anyways, I just relabeled them so that I could repurpose them for this year. And here is my first divider. It's labeled for September. And then I have these pages. I have not filled anything out yet, but every single divider has one of these pages, and it came in the old Happy Planner. So it's ready for me to fill out, like top priorities, student birthdays, if you can see that. It says events and holidays, goals this month, and focus of the month. Where it says focus of the month, last year I was writing a Bible verse to focus on for that month, and I think I will do that again this year. Okay, and then I printed out a calendar where I'm going to keep attendance. So that's here. And then this space down here, I haven't decided what I want to put here yet, but there will be something here. And when I mean take attendance, I will put the dates in here, and then I will just check off the days that we do school. Okay, I have other sheets. I'll leave a link below in this video to past homeschool planner. I have a homeschool planner like sheets that you can purchase from me, and they're different from previous years, but I'll leave the link to that if you're interested because they have calendars and things in there. But anyways, I just printed one out, put it here, and I'm going to have one for each and every month, and then I will put something in this bottom section as well, but I haven't decided what that will be. Okay, so now we are into the meat and potatoes of what I have been working on. It took me a while to get my mind around how I wanted to lay this out. And right now, I know it looks really crazy, and I will zoom in so that you can see it better. But this is actually something my kids made at VBS. I was one of the VBS leaders this year. For those of you who don't know, VBS is Vacation Bible School, and we just finished Vacation Bible School last week. And so I'm still recovering because I'm exhausted, but it was a lot of fun. And this is what one of my kids made. They made magnifying glasses, and I thought that these would be really cute for them to pretend as they're reading. Like they could just like follow along the words and pretend with them, and I thought that they would really enjoy these. So I was going to laminate this, so that's why it's sitting in there. This is actually an extra copy, but I made one for my planner in here because I want to be able to go through this each day. All right, what it is it's called A Boy's Prayer. And here's the author. This came straight out of one of the Abeka readers. So if you have the Abeka curriculum, it came right from one of the readers. And I loved it so much that I made a copy of it and I laminated it. And I put it in here so that we can memorize this. This is the first poem we're going to memorize for this school year. And you can read it, but I'll read it to you really quick. Give me clean hands, clean words, and clean thoughts. Help me to stand for the hard right against the easy wrong. Save me from habits that harm. Teach me to work as hard and play as fair in thy sight alone as if all the world saw. Forgive me when I am unkind, and help me to forgive those who are unkind to me. Keep me ready to help others at some cost to myself, and send me chances to do a little good every day and so grow more like Christ. And this is just my prayer for my boys. And in fact, even for me, I want to be growing more like Christ. And so this is just a wonderful prayer to memorize. So I want my boys and I to memorize that. So that is in here. So that is going to be some memory that we're going to do at the beginning of the school year. Okay. Then I also have here my 2 children with special needs. They go to speech therapy. And so I have their speech word lists here that their speech therapist gave me. And so I just laminated them and I attached them on this book ring. I can take this off. I just have them in here like this for now because then I can take the book ring off and we can practice our words together. So that's just there. All right, so here are the meat and potatoes. Actually, I just have some notes here, so I'm going to take my notes off. This is like telling me, reminding me of things I need to do. All right. So what I did, and let me just take this stuff off so you can see better. This here is just a bookmark. I'm going to take the bookmark out. That just shows me like where I am. This is going to be what my weekly plan layout looks like for the week. And in every previous year, well, I shouldn't say every previous year, but most previous years, I would just use a regular teacher layout and I would make my plans from there. But this year I was like, I am so, like, it's just taking me too long. I need something streamlined that's going to be fast and easy because my life is busy. I have taken on a lot of roles at our church, and I'm going to be working at our church part-time this year. I'm also one of our women's Bible study teachers. Like, I teach the lessons. So I'm part of the women's Bible study teaching team, along with helping with children's ministry. So there's just a lot going on. I'm not home as much as I used to be because I have taken on a lot of responsibilities at church, and I love it, and I want to be able to give at church, and I want to be able to be part of all of that. But I also want to continue to provide my children with the best education possible, and I want to make it as efficient as possible so that I can divide my time in the best way I can. I also am still working on my business, as you guys know, Fun Hands-On Learning. I'm not leaving that, but as I work on that, that also takes time and energy. So I want to be able to focus what I can quickly to my lesson planning so that we can get to the homeschooling and I'm not spending, hours on end trying to write out lesson plans. So that is my goal, or my hope, for this layout that I'm going to share with you. Okay, so it's a 2-page layout, and let me show you. It is completely customized to me, so I don't have anywhere you can download this or anything because this is for me, but maybe this will give you an idea of how you can customize lesson plans for you. All right, so I have divided the 6 children that I am teaching this year into 3 groups. Mark and James are together. They are my 5th and 6th grader. Well, my 6th and 5th grader. And then Seth and Peter are my 1st graders. And then Paul and Danny are my kindergartners. Okay. So that's kind of how I've divided them. And it's just easier for me to teach them together because they are the closest in grade level, in their ability level. Okay, so that's kind of how I've divided them. All right, then what I did is I wrote up here homeschool lesson plans, and I left this blank. This is going to be the date for the whole week. So I don't have dates this year. In previous years, I have done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on, and I have dated it, and then you went across and you wrote down what we're going to do Monday, what we're going to do Tuesday. But because our homeschool, I have found, and this is just us, we don't always get to whatever I've written down for Monday or whatever I've written down for Tuesday. It just doesn't happen. So last year I was doing a lot of back planning, so I was leaving it kind of blank, and then I was going in and writing what we did. But I also really enjoy having some sort of a plan written down so I know what skills that we're working on that week, and I just wanted a better way to do it. So I figured I'm not going to go day by day because we just don't get to everything day by day, and it's just not good for us. So I just am going to put the entire week date. So I'm going to say like, this is August 20th through the 25th, or whatever the week is. Okay. So then I know all of the things we do here are for that week. It's not specifically what day we do them, but as long as we do them that week. All right, or at least that will be my plan, is to get most of it done that week, okay? So I'm not specific on the day, and I think that will help me out tremendously. Secondly, I separated by subject. So I went down, I looked at Mark and James, my 5th and 6th grader, and I said, what subjects are they going to be doing this year? And I wrote those down. We are going to be doing Bible, of course, math, reading, language, spelling, writing, history, and science. I left spaces. So if you can see, what I would do is I would write in this box what they're going to be doing for Bible this week. So really all I'm going to just write is the title of the Bible lessons and maybe just a little note in there. Same thing for math. I'll kind of separate this box. Here's what Mark will be doing for the week. Here's what James will be doing for the week. Same with reading. And basically all I'm going to write is the topics. So let's say Mark is going to be doing dividing decimals. So I'll write that down. Dividing decimals, and he'll also be doing, I don't know, fractions or something like that. I will write the skills that he'll be working on, and I might write myself a little note, and then I'll write the skills that James will be working on, and that'll be kind of about it in this box, because our curriculum that I use with them is a Becca, and I don't need to write a whole lot because it's spelled out for me. So for these two kids, it's not going to be a whole lot. I will write down what we're doing in reading, language, spelling, writing, history, and science, obviously. So that is theirs. Then with Seth and Peter and Paul and Danny, we do Bible, prayer, and worship together. Mark and James do their Bible together, and they also will do it sometimes with us, but I do things on a different level for these kids than I do for Mark and James, and so that's why theirs is separated, but these kids do it all together, so I have this box kind of going across for all four of them, and I will just have to write their lessons in here. And then we also do calendar and skills as kind of like morning time, if you've heard of that, or circle time. And we do that together as well. So that's why this box goes across, and I'll be writing notes in there for that. So I've got both of those. Then it separates. So the reading and phonics that Seth and Peter do is different than the reading and phonics that Paul and Danny will do. So those are separated. Same here. Oh, well, actually, this goes to spelling and language. Paul and Danny are just kindergarten, so they won't be doing spelling or grammar. So I don't have a box for that. They do reading and phonics, but they don't need spelling and grammar yet. Seth and Peter will be doing spelling and grammar, so language. You could call it language or grammar. I have a box for that here. And then here's the box for Paul and Danny's math. Here's the box for Seth and Peter's math. You kind of get the idea where it's going along. And then there, Seth and Peter's writing, Seth and Peter's history and science. And here we have Paul and Danny's writing section. And then they don't really do history and science, although sometimes Danny will want to come alongside these guys and do history and science. So I'm sure he'll want to do that. Paul will probably be at his therapy because he is my autistic one. But anyways, I just left some lines down here. I may want to write some notes because I didn't have anything to put in that section for them because they don't do as much. So that is how I laid it out. I laid it out specifically for how I plan for my specific students. And maybe that will kind of give you an idea of what you want to do. Maybe you want to set up a page like this where it's just the subjects and then you can write down what it is. But I am going to print this out every single week, and I think this is going to be great because I have a template now, exactly how I plan, and I'm going to go from there. So we'll see how this first week or two goes. I plan week by week, and if I really like this, I'll just keep printing these out. If I don't like this template and I want to change it, I always have that option. Now, the other part of the template is this side. So this spread is for the whole week. So here's where I write out their lessons, and then here is where I write out other notes that I'm going to need for the week. So let me show you what I have over here. I split it up into 6 boxes. All right, the first 2 boxes I have on this side is my read aloud list. So this is where I will list the books that we are reading for the week. And then over here it says Awana. We do Awana at church on Wednesday nights, and the children have to be practicing Bible verses and doing their Awana books. And so this is where I will write down what we're doing for Awana. And then I have a section here for songs. We always love to sing songs, especially with my 4 younger children. They love doing songs, and so this is where I'll just make a list of the songs that we're working on and practicing for the week. I may also write in their poems that we're memorizing, things like that. Then here is a box for me to write to-dos and notes that I need to write down. So all the things I need to do, hey, make copies of or whatever, and my notes is there. Down here is where I'm going to write reflections and growth opportunities. So this means if throughout the week I notice that a certain student needs to work on a certain skill, okay, my camera completely just turned off. So I was filming for a long time without actually recording. Isn't that wonderful? So I think I was telling you about this reflection and growth opportunities box. What I mean by reflection and growth opportunities, this is where I'm going to be writing down things like Paul needs to work on spelling words, or let's say Danny needs to work on adding single digit numbers. So anything that I notice during the week that the children need to work on, I'm going to write that here. Also, other reflections that I might see, I might write down like, I need to work on my patience, so pray about patience with the children, or reflections on anything that may go on during the week. So growth opportunities would be the things that we need to work on, and then reflections on that. Also, praises. So if my children do something wonderful, like let's say Peter said all his Bible verses this week, then I can write that down, and that would be a wonderful praise, or whatever it is. So praises, growth opportunities, reflections on the week, that's going to go here. And then this last section I left blank. I was thinking I might want to make this section our hands-on learning list, because if you guys have been with me since last year, I was making lists of all the hands-on learning activities that we did for the week, and I was checking them off. And I don't know if I want to do that again, because I was thinking over here on this side is where I could write that down. So let's say we're doing a hands-on learning activity for math. We might be doing like 3 of them. I'm hoping I have space to write those in here on this side. And if I do, I will write that in here. So like this is Paul and Danny's section. So maybe they're doing a math activity working on, I don't know, numbers to 100. I would write that down on this section because this is their lesson plan section. So I'm not totally sure if I'll have enough room to do that over here. If I do, I'll write it here. If not, I still have this blank section here that I can write them down as well. And of course, I will still be doing videos for you guys on our hands-on learning. So don't leave my channel. Please subscribe, hit the notification box, because you want to be notified when I do those videos during the school year. If you've been enjoying the videos in the past where I show you all of the hands-on learning that we're doing, then be sure to be with me this year, because I can plan on continuing. I don't plan on stopping to share those videos with you. So that is about it. That is how I have it planned out for now. I'm excited to continue planning and preparing for next school year. I will take you along in subsequent videos. So I will see you then. And as always, happy learning. Bye, guys.